Hi boys and girls, my name is Leah Oby and I'm a Public Affairs Manager with Atmos Energy. Thank you so much for being a Super Summer Reader. I love Super Summer Readers because that way we get to use our minds and our imagination. Today we're going to be reading What's Under the Bed, Ted by Rosie Green and Stuart Lynch. The sun is slowly sinking, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears a squeaky sound from underneath his bed. He says a mini monster must have snuck into my house. But with his light, he sees the truth. It's just a wind-up mouse. The sky is getting darker, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears a crunching sound from underneath his bed. He says a hungry ogre must be hiding in my home. But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's just Pippin with a bone. The house is getting quiet, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears some noises from the table by his bed. He says a grumpy goblin's in the darkness down below. But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's just his radio. The moon is brightly shining, and it's sleepy time for Ted. Then something starts to glow beside the toy box near his bed. He says, a big bad boogeyman is giving me a scare. But in a flash, he sees the truth. His robot toy is there. The stars outside are twinkling, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears some scratching on the floor beside his bed. He says a scary spider must be underneath the mat. But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's Caramel the cat. The owls are gently hooting, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he sees a shadow on a chair beside his bed. He said, there's something hiding in the shadows over there. But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's Monkey on a chair. The quiet birds are roosting, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears a knocking on the window by his bed. He says a gruesome giant wants to come and gobble me. But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's just an apple tree. The clock is softly chiming, but poor Ted is still awake. He hears a noise outside the door that makes him start to shake. But in a flash, Ted's mom comes in to see if he's all right. She says there's nothing scary here and kisses Ted goodnight. The world is gently snoring, and at last Ted's sleeping too. He isn't worried anymore. He's safe and warm like you. Did you guys enjoy the story? I sure did. Have you ever felt like there was something dark and scary underneath your bed? Remember when I told you reading helps us to use our imaginations? But don't worry, you'll be safe and warm just like Ted. Don't forget to keep reading, Super Summer Readers.